Hello, this is just a quick. Well, I've put a review, but I've already done a review on for this when I had my PS4. This is the PS5 version, and I just looked through my game library, and then I realised that I had this game. I had totally forgot. It had been that long I played it, and it's actually the Game of the Year edition. So I've got Blood and Wine and the other one, Heart of Stone, I think it's called. The two DLCs are built in, so that was a nice surprise because I had totally forgot what version I had, what edition I should say. But it's such a great game. I mean, the reason I'm doing this video is just it's more of a reminder more than a review. It's just for people who have played this game, which is like a lot. It's always worth just picking it back up and just playing it, and just having another playthrough, because there's loads I had forgot. I'm not talking just about the story, but just the way the game played and just how good the game was. I mean, I always knew it was really good, but you just, like I said, I just forgot. It had just been ages. So I was pleasantly surprised when I put it back in and put it back in. It's not on disc. It's it's on the hard drive. But when I started playing it again, I've just realised how class this game is, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm only just started. I'm up to level. I think I've just turned level 6, so I'm right at the beginning. And if you just crack on with the story missions, you get to see more of the game, because when you go around just exploring yourself, it is okay. You get a lot of things to do, but you start fighting enemies that you can't beat yet. Like if I'm on level 6 and I come across a level 15 ghost, it is possible for me to beat that ghost, but it hits you once and it'll take half your health away. So you've just got to be good at fighting. You've got to be good at dodging and parrying and stuff like that, which it's like muscle memory. It all comes back to you after a while. I'm not going to lie, I did have to look in the options and see what the buttons were, because I had totally forgot the buttons. The controller configuration, I just didn't have a clue. So once I familiarised myself with what to do, then it just started coming back. And that little thing there where you save the game, just keep remembering to save the game, because I remember I'm about to fight a boss. So you've got to just keep remembering to make a little save, because when you die, it just goes from your last save. Or you can choose a different load save game, but if you want to go to the most recent one, it'll be the last one that you actually done. So it's worth making saves all the time, just to cover your back. And I forgot how, I think it's an 18, I can't remember, but I mean, they call each other cocksuckers, and they're swearing on it, and you see that lass I'm with at the moment, you see her tits when you first meet her, and she's having a bath, and she's just got no clothes on, obviously, because she's in the bath, but it's not blurred, or there's nothing in the way. You get to see everything, and I remember it being quite graphic like that, and I'm sure you actually you can sleep with people in that, and you can have relationships. So it's just a refreshing change from games that are heavily censored nowadays. I mean, it's nice just to have an adult game, like a role-playing game where they don't pull any punches. It's there if you want it. It's dead gory. You're chopping people's heads off, you're slicing people's bodies in half, diagonally cut them in half. With the Game of the Year edition, they've actually added some new kill animations and stuff. So the finishes are class. You get to see some gruesome deaths, hacking people's arms off and legs off and that. So it's dead graphic, violent. And like I said, there's nudity, there's swearing. So it's not one you can really play if you've got kids and your kids like to watch you play on the computer or something like that. Obviously you're gonna have to just play it when you're by yourself, but it's really good. The story's really good. It's got the graphics aren't too bad. I'm playing on the PS5 here. But it's obviously, I can't remember, I'm sure it is the PS5 version, because when I downloaded it, it did ask. But the graphics are still dated, you know, from the time it was made, with slight enhancements, but still, it's nothing to grumble at. I mean, they're more than sufficient. The controls, you know, like the way Geralt moves about is a bit clunky. You know, like you're trying to make him step closer to something, or if you're under the water, especially, and you're trying to swim and you're trying to change direction, it's like a bit awkward. Sometimes he goes the wrong way, or if you're sitting on your horse and you pull the horse to the left or right, it'll normally go the opposite direction to wherever you're trying to go, and it becomes a bit frustrating. And I spend a lot of my time just not bothering with my horse. I just run through the countryside, because you don't really have stamina, so you can just endlessly sprint. And you come across, you can pick plants up, and you'll come across things, and instead of keep mounting and dismounting your horse, it's just a lot easier just to be off your horse in the first place. I mean, you can fight while you're on your horse, but it's more of a case of you're riding past the enemy and you do one swipe and hit them, which is a much harder hit, and you might kill them straight away. But it's easier, I think, to fight if you're just on foot, because you can block a lot easier. You can parry, and you can what's it called, dodge. You can dodge out the way a lot easier. And because I've played this before, I think I played on hard last time. I've just put it on story mode, where it's just the story, so the enemies die quite quickly. Nothing's really, you know, too hard, but you still can get killed. Like I said, if you're coming across something that is like 2-3 times more level than you, like if you're level 5 and you're fighting something that's level 15, they will kick your ass and you'll get killed. So it's not like totally piece of piss where it holds your hand and it tells you, oh yeah, because you're on story mode, you can just, without trying, you can beat everybody. I mean, it's surprisingly, it still is a bit of a challenge, but you just do take more enemies' health off with every hit. But you can also put like oils, and you can put like magic runes and glyphs on your sword, which give you little buffs, like 5% chance to stun or 2% chance to set them on fire. So it's, you know, you can modify your weapons and stuff. But last time I played, I'm sure I didn't really spend that much time crafting things. I would just pay the money and get the better sword, or buy the better gauntlets or boots or whatever. But now, like in that chest that I just found there, you find like the blueprints to make your own garments and your own weapons and your own armor and stuff like that. So it's worth just going to a blacksmith and having them craft something that you've actually got the recipe for, all the blueprints, whatever, and you can, like, because it works for potions and like all the crafting materials and the armor and the swords, so you can actually get a lot of the things that you're after. Instead of trying to find it out in the world, you can actually just craft it yourself, which is something I didn't really utilize last time I played through the game, if I'm honest. But this time I'm tending to do that more. So in a way, it's a totally different game like playthrough, because I'm playing the game totally differently. But like I said, it's really good to just have a little game and play through it again. If you haven't played it for a long time, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. If you have played it not long ago, you might not want to play it through. But if you haven't got any of the DLCs, or you've never played the DLCs, I think you should just have a little look on the store. I'm not sure how much they are at the moment, but there won't be too much, because like I said, this game's been out for a long time now. So I'm not really gonna go on about, like, you know, what the buttons do. You press L2 to do your Witcher sense, you know, square and triangle, your sword attacks light and heavy. Like, I'm not going to go through any of that shit, because most people already know that, and it's pointless going over all the old ground of what the buttons do and how the game actually, you know, how to control the game. This video is just basically me doing another review of it, or, you know, to remind myself of how good the game was. and it's just like I said, I'm just really surprised. I've been pleasantly surprised to the point where I put it on, and then I've just thought I'm enjoying this, and it's one of those games where you think I want to play every day. It's a bit addictive because you've always got things to do. There's so many missions. Like every time you go to a notice board, you're picking up 5, 6 different missions. Some will be higher level than you. You know, like that mission's level 27 and I'm on level 6, so it's pointless me even trying to go and do it. But you can always just keep it in the back burner for later, and when you are at a better level, then you can, you know, go and do it. But I'm really enjoying it. Just playing through again, and I used to skip through all the cutscenes, and it's only because I kept dying. I don't want to have to listen to them again, so I will skip. You can just spam square button on PlayStation, and it skips the conversation. But whenever I start a mission that I don't know, or like if I'm going through the story mode, I'll always just sit and watch all the cutscenes. I don't really skip anything now because, like I said, I've just got a second appreciation for the game, and I'm just enjoying it more. And the graphics are great, like the more than sufficient, like I said, and the sunsets and the purple and pink skies, and you know there's weather effects, and you know you really start to appreciate the game more the second time or third time through. I think this is for me second or third, but wouldn't knock it. I would just keep playing it, and definitely look on the store to see how much it is because I'm sure it'll be cheap. But if you like RPG games and you've never played The Witcher, then you should definitely get it. Definitely give it a go because you'll not be disappointed. So that's it really, just a quick video just to help you remind of how great this game actually is. So yeah, that's it. See you later.